Okay. For example, I am going to view the size of this structure. Okay. The structure contains int A, int B, and float C, for example. And I am going to print the size of S1. Size of S1. Okay. Can anyone guess what is the output here? What is the size of the structure? Students, what is the size of the structure here? Int size is 4, okay, not 2 here. What is the size of the structure? This structure, not overall structure. I'm not asking about that one. What is the size of this structure?
12, sir.
It is going to be 12. Why? Because int is 4, again int is 4, and float is C, and float is 4. 4 3s are 12. The output is going to be 12 here. Okay. Uh, Now I am going to take here char some D. Now students, character is 1 byte, right? Character is 1 byte. Then what is the size of the structure now?
13 bytes, sir.
13. We are thinking that it is going to be 13 and the output is going to be 16. Why it is going to be 16, I will explain you. Why here? First of all, integer takes 4 bytes and next take 4 bytes and float take 4 bytes. This in the structure, for example, it is a 4 byte 64 bit representation. That's why it is taken at a time 4 bytes. If it is a 32 bit, it is take 2 bytes. Okay. Here I am going to store character C here. Every time it is going to be supply 4 bytes. In 4 bytes, character takes only 1 byte, but it supplies 4 bytes. It supplies 4 bytes here. Why? Because, for example, I will tell you. Just listen carefully. 1 byte, 2, 3, 4 bytes, 4 bytes, 4 bytes. For example, here character is 1 byte is enough. Character 1 byte is enough, right? Character 1 byte is enough, but it wants to maintain the same size of the above ones. It is going to be take like this. It is going to be saved in 1 byte only, but all the 3 remaining values are going to be zeros here. And how much byte, how much size it is? 4 3s, for 4s are it is going to be 16 like this. For 4s are 16. Okay. Now again I am going to tell you char A. Just listen carefully everyone. Again char B and int C. Can anyone tell now what is the output here? Students, can anyone tell now what is the output here? Char A, B, int C. Students, everyone, remaining students, what is the output of the structure here? 473. What is the output? Anyone guess please?
12.
For example, it is going to be 12 like this. I will tell you. first of all, it is going to be 4 bytes. Every time it is going to be 4 bytes like this, 4 bytes. And the first character is going to be in first byte, second character is going to be in second byte. Yes, for example, there are 4 characters are there, that all 4 characters are going to be placed in 4 bytes. Okay, like this. And the next one is integer. Integer cannot be represented in 2 bytes. What is the integer size? Integer size is 4 bytes. That's why it is not represented in 2 bytes. That's why it is going to be taken new 4 bytes. And what is the new size? That is going to be the 2 characters is going to be placed in 2 bytes, and integer is going to be placed in 1 byte. What is that? 4 bytes. Then total. What is the total here? This is, what is this one? Then the output is going to be like this, 8. First two characters it is going to be 4 bytes. It is going to be 4 bytes, and the second for the integer it is going to be 4 bytes. That's why total value is the total value is like this. Now again I am going to write char d. Can anyone guess what is the output now?
One byte, sir.
Again 1 is taken and like this. Now what is the size of the structure? It is going to be 12. It is going to be 12. No doubt about that. For example, I am going to take this character at this position. Now the size is going to be changed. What is the size now? It is going to be 8 only. It is going to be 8 only. Do you understand how it is going to be taken? It is going to be differ from the position of the variables also. It is going to be changed. The size of the structure is going to be changed. Is it clear? And one more thing. Yes, I will show you. And one more thing is also there. For example, int a double b some char n of some 17. For example, here int a is there. A can be represented in 4 bytes, right? A can be represented in 4 bytes. And the double size is 8 here. Double size is 8. Double is represented in 8 bytes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like this. And this is, we cannot, for example, we are taking some integer or float or double or anything. We cannot divide it into 2 separate files. For example, 4 into 4. We cannot separate. We cannot separate like this. Why? Because this is the total number here. We cannot separate float or int or double. We cannot separate into 4 bytes into 4 bytes. Its total takes 8 bytes. It takes totally 8 bytes. It takes totally 8 bytes. That's why we have to take the integer also for 8 bytes. Just observe here what is the difference here. Okay. Then this is the characters, right? Characters we can cut into number of pieces, right? That means first character, that is a string. It contains 17 characters. Each character has unique size, right? That's why it is going to be take first 8 characters, second 8 characters, that is 16 characters, right? Then 16 characters and one more character is there, 1 0 0 0 0 like this. Total how many bytes it is going to be? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 8s are Total 5 8s are 5 8s are, it is going to be 40. The output is going to be 40 here. I think it will be something confusing, right? For example, if I am going to take some 16 here, this is going to be deleted. And what is the output here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 4s are 4 8s are 4 8s are, it is going to be 32. Do you understand what is my point here? The main point is this one. That is bits padding. The bits padding concept. What is the bits padding concept? There is no need of all these characters. Only 4 characters is 4 bytes is required to write an integer. But here is the double is there. If the double is there, for example, if it is double, what is the size of the double? The size of the double is going to be 8 bytes. It cannot be represented in 4 into 4 bytes. We cannot represent 4 bytes. It is a single value, right? It is a single value we can represent in a continuous manner only. We cannot divide a double or integer or floating values. That's why we have to pad this one also like this. We are thinking that it is going to be, we are thinking that the first one is 4 bytes and it will be double is going to be taken 8 bytes like this, 8 bytes total for, and this is for 16 bytes. 16 plus for example 16 plus 4 plus 20, 20 plus 4 24, it is going to be 28. We are thinking like this. But the actual working is like this. 1 2 3 4 for all this it is going to be take some padding values and 16 characters for this one. For example, if it is going to be 18, and what it takes, first 2 characters is okay and the remaining all 6 characters is going to be 0. Now also it is going to be 40 only. Do you understand what is my point here? For example, int b, I'm not taking this one. Can anyone guess now what is the output here? Int a, int b, double c.
$16, sir.
It is going to be 16, no doubt about that. Why? Because first of all it is going to be take what is the maximum size in this? What is the maximum size in this? First of all it is checking like that. What is the maximum size? The size variable that is going to be double. That means it is going to be represented 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 like this. First of all, then integer a is going to be represented in 4 bytes and remaining 4 is going to be 0 bytes. Instead of that one, it is going to be placed with this 4. This is going to be represented for a and b, and the next one is going to be for c. For example, if I am going to change the position of b here, get this position, what is the output now?
24, sir.
3 8s are 24. No doubt about that, that is going to be 24. I think it is clear to everyone, right? Why? Because first of all it is going to be 4 bytes and then 0 4 zeros, then float is going to be represented in 8 bytes and then again integer for 4 bytes and 0 bytes like this. This is called padding. Okay, in this way the structure is going to be saved like this. The memory of the structure is going to be placed like this. I think clear to everyone, right? Just don't forget this is the important bit in some computations in MCQs. So how to store the, what is the size of the structures? Okay, every time it is asking in some companies, but I don't know actually. What we are studying, when we are studying this one, it is going to be tell that what is the total, what is the size of structure means we are reading that total element size is the structure size. That means int is 2 bytes, int is 4 bytes, int is 4 bytes, 8 plus 8, it is going to be 16. We are reading in the normal way. It is going to be, it is 8 bytes, it is 4, it is 8, it is also 4, then the total is going to be 16. We are reading, when we are studying like this, but the concept is somewhat different. That's why if the concept is different, then only it will be asked in some companies interviews questions, right? Yeah, this is the structures memory concept. And we are moving into the question here. What is that? Sort the total students based on their score. What is our previous question? Yes, this one. For example, from this code, I am going to get who is the topper. Who is the topper in the in the batch? It is going to be display the topper of the batch. But now I am going to write here who is that. For example, I am going to comparison that score, who got the score. I want to, I want to display all the students, but who got highest marks is going to be displayed on the top of the chart, and the next one and the next one, like that. I am going to write using that q sort algorithm. Simply I am going to take one more thing here. We are reading the data like this. We are reading the data here. There is no need to write, and I'm going to write some q sort. Where is q sort? The q sort is going to be like this, and I'm going to pass this q sort, and I'm going to pass here that students. I'm going to pass here. This is the data here. This is the data, and the size is n, and size of, not int, I'm going to size of students, and I'm going to write some comparison function here. What is the comparison function? I'm going to write this comparison function, here. In this comparison function, we are not writing int a and b here. We are going to write some return. Everything is same, and here up to here we are going to read the data. Here we are applying the q sort function. The data is in students, and n is the size, and what is the size of the that students, that structure, and some comparison function. And now I'm going to return based on the score, right? Based on the score I am going to return here. Based on the score, I am going to swap the values. What is the score? That is going to be, okay, I'm not giving the total marks, right? Okay, that is the mistake here. Just wait. I'm not calculating the score. First of all, I'm going to calculate the score, then I will work on this. Okay, I'm not calculating any score here. I'm going to calculate the score here. Just I'm going to comment it. First of all, I'm going to view the data here. First of all, or I'm going to I'm going to call one function that is going to be score, and after that I'm going to display the data here. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, I'm going to display the data where it is. For example, is there any printing methodology? Yes. Yes, it is going to be print the data like this. It is going to be print the data like this. For every student, it is going to be print the data. But I am going to calculate the score now. I am not calculating any score up to now, and I am going to calculate the score. It is not writing anything. Score. What is score? I am going to calculate the score and I am going to display it. That's it, nothing else. For example, if I am going to execute it, where it is? For example, I am going to return 1, nothing else. Here the 3 students are there. For example, the first one is Sudhir, and the roll number is 123, and the marks will be like this. The second one is Ravi, and the roll number is like this, and the marks are like this. And PHN funny, and the marks will be like this. What happened here? Oh, sorry for that. I forget to give the roll number of that one. 3 students. First one is Sudhir, and the second is the roll number, and I am going to give marks. Again, I am going to give some Ravi roll number, and I am going to give marks here, and funny, and the roll number is like this, and marks will be like this. Yes, I am going to display the total marks also, right? Then only I am going to sort on that marks. Based on this input, who got highest marks? Ravi got highest marks. Sudhir is the second one. Funny is the third one, right? Based on this one only, I am going to sort it now. I am going to maintain this data here, that input data here, and now I am going to apply this sorting methodology. Before sorting and after sorting, I am going to display it I am going to display it after this one display. I am going to view the data like this. After sorting also we have to view the data. This is before sorting, and I am going to display after sorting also, and I am going to print f after sorting. This is going to be before sorting. This is before sorting, and I am going to write this is after sorting. What will happen here? Okay, now I'm going to develop this one. What we have to do? Where it is here, I am going to write return. What is the variable name? The variable name is going to be total, right? The variable name is going to be total. That is a struct. Instead of struct and everything, I am going to write std also. Std star std star p star a, right? Star a std star a for total. This is one variable. Std star a of total. I am going to write this. This is one part, and I am going to differentiate which is the greater one. Which is the greater one here? I am going to paste it. It is going to be b of total. I am going to calculate the first one total and the second one total. Which is the greater one? If it is first of all first one is bigger and the second one is lower, that means we are going to return a positive value. If you are returning positive value, there is no need to change here. For example, it is going to be 5 minus 10, that means a negative value. If it is a negative value, we have to swap the values here. For example, if I am going to execute it, some mistake is there. What is that? Q sort. If you want Q sort incompatible pointer type, just maintain some constant here. Const. Okay, no problem for that. Again, the data is going to be, this is the data here. If I'm going to give the output like this, after sorting also it is not working. Okay, it is working. It is before sorting, it is okay. After sorting, it is not working here. I will work on this. It is not working. Structure Q of is A minus total, and when I am going to call it, after calculation only I am going to call this sorting function, right? Just wait. Struct student. Okay. What is this student? Student undeclared in the function. Std okay, yes, it is modifying now. Just observe here, it is modifying. Who got lesser marks, he is going to be in a, but what is my algorithm? My algorithm is first of all, it is lower values are coming first, right? That is ascending order. In the yesterday's class also I am telling that this is ascending order and this is descending order, right? That's why it is viewing the output as like this. The output as who got the lesser mark, he is coming first, and then Sudhir next, and who got highest marks in the last one. For example, if I am going to manipulate here, if I am going to manipulate, here is B, here is A. If I am going to execute it, just look at now, who is the highest marks, he is coming first, then next, and the lowest marks in the last one. Like this we are going to work here. We have to pass what I am passing. I am going to pass here size of that Elia's name, size of std I am going to pass, not the students. I am going to pass std, I am going to pass here. That is the mistake here. That's it. Is it clear, everyone? Very simple. First of all, we are calculating the score here. We are calculating the score. Then I am going to apply. Then I am going to apply the qsort function on what variable I am working here. I am working on the score of the students. The score of the students. Very simply, I am going to write how I am going to take the score std star b of total. Total is total score, right? If I am writing B and A, it is going to be in a descending order. If I am taking A and B, it is going to be some ascending order. This is for descending order values. Is it clear, everyone? That if you are not, if you have some doubts, I think just practice at home. I will share the code to you. Then you will be clear idea about this thing. Okay, very simple. I think there is no need to write any logic here. There is no need to write any logic. Just simply we are applying the qsort application. That's it, nothing else. Simply qsort application. For example, instead of total, I am going to take some name here. I am going to take some name here. Also I am going to take some name. Instead of here, I am going to take some B. Here I am going to take some A here. If I am going to execute it, this is the input. I am going to give the output. Just wait, something is missing here. We have to compare it. We are dealing with some strings, right? We have to write the comparison function. Not like this. We have to take we have to take the compiler, right? We can take any values. Is subtraction of this one is enough, but if you are dealing with strings, we have to write that strings as include string.h, and I am going to write here the comparison method of these two things. strcmp of, this is not a minus value. I am going to separate with comma here. I am going to put a bracket here. That's it, nothing else. What it is, strcmp string comparison string.h, right? As include strings.h, string.h. Few arguments. Too few arguments. Okay, this is open bracket. Okay, this is the input. Just look at here. It is going to be swapped on. This is going to be swapped on alphabetical manner. Just observe here, P, R and S. It is going to be swapped on the alphabetical order. This is going to be working on the alphabetical order. If you observe here, P, R and S. For example, if I am going to execute it again, instead of giving here I'm not modifying, I cannot modify, I think. That's why it is not giving. For example, if I'm going to give like this, and first one is some SUDHIR, the roll number is 123, and the marks will be like this. And the next one is, for example, ABC, and the roll number is like this, and the marks are like this. And the next one is CDE, for example, and the marks will be, the roll number will be, this is the roll number, and marks will be like this. Just observe here, ABC is coming first, CD is coming next, Sudhir is coming last. It is going to be sorted on alphabetical manner. We can simply write this function. This is working for alphabetical one, and I am going to give the previous one also. And I am going to write here, this is for string comparison, and this is for string comparison, and I am going to write here in the both in the same program. Okay, this is for name sorting. This is for name sorting. If you want to sort any alphabets, that is characters, we have to go for this function. If these are integers, and this is not name, I am going to write here sum total. Here also it is going to be sum total. It is going to be based on the total I am getting in a sorted manner. Like this, these two methods are going to be work. This is for integers or floating or anything. This is for the strings. That's it, nothing else. In this way, we are going to work with the Q sort methodology based on in what value we are going to be sort. I am going to sort on total. I can sort on single subject also I can sort, right? Based on the M1, M2, M3, based on single subject also I can sort it. And I can sort by roll number, I can sort by name, anything. I can sort it by anything. Is it clear, everyone? Just once again, you have to work on the structures, then you will understand. There is nothing logic is there here. If I am going to sort it, I am going to apply one Q sort methodology. Okay, and in this way we are going to write some structure programs. We can write n number of programs, no need to worry about that. Okay, if you are good at some strings or any arrays, the structure is similar to that one. That's it, nothing else. The next one is macros, and I'm going to give some int main just mute your call. Percentage d some fun of 10 of 10. I'm going to write int a is equal to 10 like this. I'm going to take some a here. I'm going to take some a here. This is a fun of a. What is macros? Macros means it is going to be a preprocessors. Preprocessors means we have to indicate with hash, and it is going to be defined with hash define. For example, if you look at any values like this fun of x, we are going to like this. We are going to replace. This is the replacing. That means when we are executing this code, before reaching into main function, wherever you got this fun of x, that is going to be replaced with x plus x. This replacement, this is not any functions. For example, if you reach this line, it is not calling this function. It is not calling this processor. That means it is not working like function. Functions means if you reach the control reaches the function call, it is going into the function definition. But in macros, before execution of the main program, before control reaches to the main, it is going to be pre-processing. It is going to be pre-processed where in the whole program where you find fun of x, it is going to be replaced with x plus x. Then this program is going to be converted. This program is going to be converted like this. I will show you. This program is going to be converted into fun of x, fun of a. If it is x, x plus x. If it is a, it is going to be converted into a plus a. It is going to be converted like this, a plus a. What is a value? A value is a 10. 10 plus 10 is equal to, output is going to be 20 like this. Small functions, instead of writing, for example, the function's work is very simple. Then instead of writing function call and some function definition, it's returning something. Just we are declaring macros. Simply I am going to write some macros. For example, if you are defining any size, when we are using some in data structures concept, if you go for some max is equal to some 1000 like this, there is no need of semicolon here. We are going to write. That means in anywhere of the program, for example, if I am going to print here max is going to be replaced with some 1000. That's it. Max is going to be working as, that is not a variable here. Before that, it is going to be replaced with 1000. That is the working of macros here. And one more thing I am going to tell you here. For example, comma b is equal to some 2 here. B is equal to 2. I am going to write some fun of, we can write n number of macros, no problem for that. Fun of a plus b. Fun of a plus b. Can anyone tell me what is the answer here? Fun of a plus b. First of all, it is not an error here. Can anyone tell me what is the output of this one?
24.
The output is going to be 24. Sorry for that. I am going to write change into star here. Can anyone tell me now? Sorry for that. Now can you guess what is the output here?
144.
Yes, the output is going to be 144. But the output is not 144. We are thinking that the output is 144. How it is working, I will tell you. A plus b, right? What is a value? It is going to be turned as, for example, 10 plus 2, right? 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2. If I execute this one, the output is going to be somewhat 32. How it is working? This is a 10 plus 2. Fun of 10 plus 2. X means 10 plus 2, not 12 here. X means 10 plus 2. Then 10 plus 2 into 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2 into 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2 into 10 plus 2. The highest priority of this expression is this one. 2 into 10. That is going to be 20. 20 plus 10. 30. 30 plus 2 is going to be 32. Is it clear, everyone? How it is working?
Yes, sir.
Yes. For example, if you want to work like that, we can write like this. If the input is like this, if the macro is like this, this is going to be 144. Okay. That means we are going to read the 10 plus 2 into 10 plus 2 like this. First of all, the precedence of the presidency is greater than brackets is greater precedence. That's why we are going to apply 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. 10 plus 2 is equal to 12 and 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. 12 into 12 is going to be 144. It is going to be 144 here. If you are working like this. Yes, is it clear, everyone? In this way, the simply macros means it is going to be replace the data. That's it, nothing else. Yes, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I am going to stop here.